Hello, welcome to Breakfast Central this beautiful Thursday, reaching you live from Nigeria's commercial capital, Lagos. This is the show where we bring you everything you need to know, from insightful discussions to the latest news and trending topics. I am Gbenga and Olive.
And I am Olive MOD. Good morning to the members of Nigeria's NYSC. The rest of you can collect your good morning from Gbenga. I'm just kidding. Of course, our NYSC members or our NYSC core members are the ones who are celebrating as they've started to receive 77,000 naira. But that's a conversation for much later. It's an exciting way to start the show, you would say. But let's start the show with something that has been one of the most annoying things that have happened in the past roughly 12 hours. We had on News Central the honor of interviewing Honorable Nwaebonyi, and
distinguished senator.
Distinguished senator.
His behavior
hasn't been very distinguished.
It's begging for a lot. You wonder if he deserves the address. There's a distinguished.
Now, it wasn't only just criticized the way and manner in which he spoke to Dr. Obi Ezekwesili. He came on our station, and he was speaking about Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. We're not going to tell you what he said. Just take a listen.
Accused of mockery of sexual harassment during the time of Goodluck Jonathan as president, when the young man was already in U.S. attending to national issue. But of unlucky to her, she didn't know that this young man was outside the country. Upon the slightest provocation, she will come up with allegation of sexual harassment. And I don't know what is wrong with this lady. Does she think that she's the most beautiful woman on earth? Or is it because she's had chocolate color? In my own assessment, she's not among the beautiful women in Nigeria. And it is high time we come hard on her. And why people like us are speaking on top of our voice is not just to protect and defend the Senate president, but to protect and defend her future victims. Even her present husband, she married her out of something like this. She threatened to sue the man and have a letter circulating over the world that the man should pay her 10 billion or marry her. The man had to marry her under duress. So the marriage was under duress and under a product of blackmail. I was watching a video of how the father of the first wife of the husband narrated her ordeal when this lady came into their family, destabilized their family, and took over her husband.
All right.
And without going into her character, I asked Senator Natasha how many husbands has she had in her life.
I don't even know how, this whole rant he went on is related in any way, shape, or form to the conversation that's being had. Talking about her husband, this just sounds like personal vendetta. Sounds like he's all out for her, and it's not really about what is right and maintaining or upholding the rule of law, some would argue. And again, I think that I'm hoping that a number of these senators know that when they're speaking, they're not just speaking in their capacity as a regular, everyday Nigerian citizen. They are speaking in the capacity of the senator, a distinguished senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, not somebody having conversations in the beer parlor.
I mean, how are the issues on the table on ground related to her skin color, to her personal marriage, to her life, her children, her husband? This is just, it's disappointing to say the least. You don't expect this sort of conversations coming from someone in the capacity of a distinguished senator. These are sorts of things you hear in your local beer parlor. It's quite sad.
It's actually beer parlor conversation.
It's quite sad, and it's a concerted effort just to silence women and not let them speak. Because why are you not staying on the issues? Why are you bringing in personal family matters? This is very below and demeaning of a distinguished senator of the Federal Republic to speak in such a manner. If
we go back to the altercation he had with Dr. Obi Ezekwesili when he was spewing the words he was spewing against her, the one thing that there were a number of things that he said. One of the things he said to her is, "This is why you cannot submit to any man," and that is again reeking of some
very misogynistic statement.
Right. So I think the question I want to ask is, do you really have a problem with women? Senator Nwaebonyi, do you have a problem with women? The way he went at Dr. Obi Ezekwesili, the way he's now going against Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan,
in less than 24 hours. And it's almost very personal. You're not even the one that the accusations are directed at. You're not the Senate president.
No, he has a right. I can't take it,
I
you know,
understand,
he has the right to defend whoever he chooses to defend.
The way he's taking it so personal and resulting to personal insults and vituperations is very unnecessary.
And again, it goes back to what we said yesterday on the show. If you, as a senator or as a human, a Nigerian citizen, know that you are being filmed, you say a number of these things on camera, one wonders what is being said off camera, what is being done off camera. But that is for Honorable Nwaebonyi and the number of Nigerians who have decried, rejected a number of the statements that he's made and condemned in strong terms. You know, the statements he's made against Dr. Obi Ezekwesili and against Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. We'll come back to talk about that much later. But then let's talk to you about Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. It would seem that the recall process is now in order. INEC has made a U-turn after telling us that the voters did not, the constituents, I beg your pardon, did not have their data, that their email addresses, their phone numbers were not there, and in 24 hours, 250,000 email addresses and phone numbers have been found. Isn't that a miracle? Where are the guys from
Guinness Book of Records when you need them? Because this is miracle level stuff, record breaking. In 24 hours, you get signatures and email addresses of, I think what we'll just say is pretty damn cell 1, pretty damn cell 2 at yahoo.com, pretty damn cell 3.
Slim Shady to die for.
Yes, Kogi Princess 1, 2, 3.
You know, the same miracle with the entire INEC. This would have been an opportunity, should be an opportunity for INEC to be able to show that it is clear, it is void of, it is transparent, and it is fair. But again, many Nigerians have started to think that, and we're going to touch on this much later when we look at what Nigerians are saying, that INEC probably did that initial stunt to make it seem like they're being fair.
In less than 24 hours.
The closest, Nigeria hasn't had a successful recall of a senator because of how tedious the process is based on the provisions of the Constitution. But the closest we've come to having recalled a senator was in 2017 with Senator Dino Melaye. We saw what happened when the Kogi West senator we had the constituents also come out en masse. Hundreds of them came out, signed. I think they had about 188,000, slightly a little over 188,000. Yes, they came out, they all signed the same thing. Everything failed at the point of INEC's verification. I think it was also because Senator Dino Melaye was able to fight tooth and nail, going to court. So the legal battles, INEC was fighting legal battles whilst also trying to do this. So it took a while. It would seem that the steam from those who were trying to push for the recall did calm down by the time it was time to do the verification.
This current guy seems to be very determined.
And everything is happening pretty quickly. And it's interesting to see that accusations of Yahaya Bello have come up more than once in both scenarios. But I mean, if I say Baba, you say Gida, now you sabi. We'll take what Nigerians are saying much later about the story regarding the U-turn that INEC has made about this, and you should let us know what your thoughts are. Do you think that we're going to be breaking records again and having the first successful recall of a senator, a Nigerian senator? And if this happens, do you think that this will now set the ground for Nigerians to unite and start to kick out all the senators that they think are not performing, the underperforming senators, like some of the people you're probably thinking about? Well, let us know your thoughts at News Central TV, or you can tweet at us individually.